With smartphones becoming more and more incredible by releasing new features every year, what does the future hold for these smartphones? Hey guys, Madu here from mkbhd and these are the future of smartphones. Shape-shifting phones like the rollable or the foldable phones are really catching the public eye. Phones like the Galaxy Fold or the Z Flip or Dual-Weight Mate X and the Motorola Razr. Those are phones that are really becoming more popular to the public. Before you know, in 2029 we all could be holding foldable phones or even rollable phones. But that depends on how the company scales or steer through into that technology. It might be good as time goes on, or it might just fade out. It can be an experiment or something that you can just hold for style. But imagine having a phone that is small, fit in your pocket, opening it or rolling it and it becomes a tablet. That can be really cool. We have seen phones that are big because of the way it's been turned to fit the tablet size. But like the Huawei Mate X, we can now see the technology can be slimmer and more, if you will, sexy, and the technology can advance as time goes on. So foldable phones can really become something that we'll later see more in the future. The biggest different feature in smartphones is the front-facing camera, also known as the selfie camera. Do you really want a big notch style that fits the selfie camera like the iPhones? Or do you want a pop-up camera like some companies do? Or do you want a punch-hole camera that is fit at the center like Samsung or at the right corner of the screen? Well, it all depends on how the selfie camera will improve. Some companies are even making the selfie camera underneath the display, like ZTE. You might have heard of that phone. mkbhd did a video on that. You can check it down the link in the description on how ZTE put the selfie camera underneath the display. It's still in experimental phase, but we could see something like this in the future. We also have companies like Samsung with the A80 removing the selfie camera in total and just making the main camera turn to make it as a selfie camera also. So the front-facing camera or the selfie camera is something that the society, even especially youths, usually use for their social media interactions. So the selfie camera could be improved, and even we might not even see something like that. We'll just see a bezel-less screen with no selfie camera. The selfie camera will be underneath the display, and we can still snap or take crisp photos and videos. You could see something like this in the near future. Many companies are dropping the 3.5mm headphone jack and replacing them with their wireless or Bluetooth earphones. Before you know it, there will no longer be any headphone jack for any phones. We will have to settle for Bluetooth headphones. That goes for charging ports as well. You won't even see any charging ports, no Type-C ports for the Android or no Lightning ports for the iPhone. Apple is already bringing out MagSafe for the iPhones, like the iPhone 12 and the 11 upward. This kind of wireless charging will become the new face of charging in the near future. And we all know wireless charging is not as fast as wired charging, but as far as I'm concerned, wireless charging will advance in the future and will even be faster than wired charging. Even though wireless charging sometimes is a waste of energy because you still have to pass through all those thick materials to get to the battery, convert it, heat, and turn it to electric power for our phones to charge. Doing that is a waste of energy. But we'll see how companies will tackle this and make it more efficient for our charging. See this. Do you want more main cameras at the back of your phone, or do you just want 3 main cameras? Well, we'll all have to depend on how it's going to go in the future. Some are saying that the rear cameras are just going to be added more, so we're going to have more main cameras other than just having like one that can do everything or three that can do just as good. Like the Nokia 9 PureView with 5 main cameras. Wow, that is really insane. We can see with the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra with just 3 cameras, and that is the world. In that camera does have the world's largest camera sensor, the world's largest field of view, and the world's largest zoom camera. So adding more rear cameras at the back of the phone could be good, or just advancing the technology of the cameras itself. Scientists have estimated that the human eye captures, or to see an image, uses 576 megapixels, and that is just when the image is close to your face. When it's far away from your face, that number gets higher. So the idea of increasing the megapixel in cameras is what they might settle for, or adding more cameras. You can see depth cameras, high point of view camera, or a larger zoom camera. Do you even want more zoom in your phones? Some people cannot even use those zoom. I mean, some people use those zoom, but not every time. But it can still have a zoom that is up to 200 yards away. You can actually see 200 yards from where you are. That can be cool, or just be a big gimmick. Well, we have to see for the future. Looks like I've maxed out my time here. My name is Madu Chibundu in MCVTCH, and I'll see you in the next video.